Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Osakwuno Holding say make una no be a blind supporter to the truth. He say na 40 million euro na dem donate give Obaseki to support Benin Museum wey they say make e build. Why Obaseki can't change the name? Make I leave you, make you hear from Osakwuno Holding. The message we bring come today. Enjoy the video.
There was an agreement. Thank God it wasn't only the former governor that was in the meeting in Netherlands. An agreement was reached that a Benin Royal Museum should be built within the space of 3 years. And the sum of 40 million euros was given as a donative support in actualizing this project. Everyone returned back. That was when the former governor of Edo State approached the Oba of Benin and also gave him this information. What then happens? Commencement of projects began. Edo in assets committed 11 billion naira worth of assets. That is the value of the land where you have specialist hospital. And also state funding, 3.8 billion added to about 40 million euros. What is the current value of a MOA? This is not about tribality. This is not about hatred. It's about standing for what you believe is the truth. And what you believe that is the truth must not be based on emotion. It must be based on facts and the earth. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You cannot hear me, let me just remove the mic. Now, this is the time for us to stand by the truth based on facts and reality and not what you think is the truth. I think we've been played enough. First, before I continue, I want to, first of all, kneel down. I'm kneeling down now. I have not in any way insulted nor attacked the Oba of Benin or the throne in itself. But whether we like it or not, when we are subjected to manipulation, we are grumbling, having some intentions, but the only God that saves some of us is that we didn't air our opinion. This is the only reason why I'm kneeling down this morning, to apologize to the throne and to the people, the good people of Edo State. Now, as we say, I will not want my activity to be based on selfish interest. My activities must be based on facts and figure. I know this in the past, but I said I am not the one that will say it, because the truth needs no supporters club to grow. My Edo people, including those of you that keep supporting the current injustice in this state, myself and you are under manipulation. Myself and you are under manipulation. Excuse me, somebody said the volume is low. Give me some minutes, I will increase the volume. I'm charging my mic. Myself and you, we are under manipulations. But the difference between us right now is that I am free from the bondage of manipulation. I will not also blame you, but we also have a responsibility to liberate you. We also have a responsibility to liberate you. Please let me now bring it in mind. We also have a Can you hear me now? I think it should be loud now. We also have a responsibility to liberate you. My people, you may not know. Trust me, you are under manipulation. Today we are going to be speaking with facts and evidence. We will not cast aspersion, but we should also know that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. When King Nebuchadnezzar was advised to deduce forthwith from his actions against the people of God, he refused to yield. What then happens? The world today cannot be able to explain in totality the resultant of the actions of the Most High God against King Nebuchadnezzar. When the principle of Mene Mene Tekel Upharsin came into being. As of today, my people, manipulation is going on. I saw Governor Baseki telling Edo in diaspora in one of the forums that he has never attacked traditional institutions in Edo State. When we say attack or insult, it is not all about you the mad, you the crazy, you don't know your mate, karate. It's about undermining the authority of the traditional institution that have existed even before. Excuse me. That have existed even before the advent of modern government. That have existed even before, excuse me, even before the advent of modern government. Edo is as old as 80. A man who lived 300 years before Christ, Aristotle once said, politics is the science of collective happiness. Man by nature is a political animal. We also agree that it's our right to play politics. But there are issues we will not allow politics to play. And let me tell you, media manipulations is already going on. Now let's go to the issue of Emowa. Why Edo people must vehemently resist. Why Edo people must vehemently resist and also take over what belongs to them. Now, how did the issue start? A Benin lobbyist group were created to agitate for the return of the lost Benin artifact. This group comprises of museums in Europe and elsewhere, including the Benin Traditional Council or the Benin Royal Court. 3 meetings were held. The first in Europe, the second in Benin, and the third in Netherlands. What was the agreement? I will allow His Excellency, the former governor of Edo State, Governor Baseki, to speak. You listen. Hold on. Listen. This video is on my wall.
About this same time yesterday in Leiden, in the Netherlands, the Benin Dialogue Group had a meeting. And for those of you who don't know, the Benin Dialogue Group is made up of all the prominent museums in Europe, members of the Royal Court, and officials of the government of Edo State. At that meeting yesterday, we decided, and I assured the group, that a Benin Royal Museum will be built and completed before the 20th of
Who's TC?
October in 3 years' time. We also got the commitment of
Hold on, somebody is calling me. Let me switch off my call.
that they were going to return many of the works.
I take it again. Sorry for the network. We must come out with facts. Now, listen.
Before I end my
We allow
Before
Basset
I
to
end my
speak.
speech, as you know, Your Royal Majesty, I just arrived this morning. About this same time yesterday in Leiden, in the Netherlands, the Benin Dialogue Group had a meeting. And for those of you who don't know, the Benin Dialogue Group is made up of all the prominent museums in Europe, members of the Royal Court, and officials of the government of Edo State. At that meeting yesterday, we decided, and I assured the group, that a Benin Royal Museum will be built and completed before the 20th of October in 3. Your Royal Majesty, I believe that this is a befitting birthday present for you. Congratulations.
Now, you have heard that. Now, in the meeting, there was an agreement. Thank God it wasn't only the former governor that was in the meeting in Netherlands. An agreement was reached that a Benin Royal Museum should be built within the space of 3 years. And the sum of 40 million euros was given as a donative support in actualizing this project. Everyone returned back. That was when the former governor of Edo State approached the Oba of Benin and also gave him this information. What then happens? Commencement of projects began. Edo in assets committed 11 billion naira worth of assets. That is the value of the land where you have specialist hospital. And also state funding, 3.8 billion added to about 40 million euros. What is the current value of Emowa? Oja, when you don't know the right information, don't cast aspersion or choose a path. Try to know. What is a blind follower? I look very clearly before taking decision. People call me, hey, now, you cannot expect me when I know that this was what started from the initial stage. And you are not coming again to tell me, say, not be so people will change down. Me go come follow. So if I refuse to follow, I'm not a bad person. No. We assured them in Netherlands, European Museum and all, say within 3 years, we are going to build the Benin Royal Museum. In fact, that was part of their demand. Where is the Benin Royal Museum? Where is the land slated or designed for the Benin Royal Museum? Where is the 3.8 billion appropriated from Edo State to the Benin Royal Museum? Where is the Benin Royal Museum in totality? As of today, a separate entity called Ajax and Son, a legal enterprise, is coming out now to tell you that they are bringing in the Oba as a partner to what we have agreed to build for the collective interest of our people. And you are not asking questions. You are using the love you have for politicians to becloud your sense of reasoning. You are not ready anymore to see the truth. Osakwon, nobody is not a bad person. The difference between you and I is that I know much in that regard, and I will not allow myself to be manipulated. That's one. Then listen to Professor, who was part and parcel of the meeting. We should not just rush to talk. We should also talk because we have the facts. Hold on. Thank God. Wait. Thank God. You listen. Thank God the former governor was not the only person in that meeting. If not, as of today, the narrative would have been different. Why did we congratulate the Oba of Benin? Why did we also agree in Netherlands that we are building a royal museum? And they immediately granted us this form of 40 million euros to assist the Benin Royal Museum. And as of today, we are no longer talking about the Benin Royal Museum. We are not talking about MOWA being owned by separate personnel. What is different between these actions and Yahoo? Between these actions and Yahoo. Now, another information. When they were digging, excavating the Benin Specialist Hospital, there was a series of ancient monuments that was found in that place. The palace immediately sent a message to those working in the MOWA to say those things that was found in that particular area belongs to the Benin. They should be organized and arranged in one particular place. Immediately, the person who revealed the information to the traditional institution that those facilities have been found in that place, they sacked him. The state government immediately fenced the entire environment round, concealing the MOWA so that members of the public will not be aware of what is going on there. But for those of you who don't know the fact, you took side immediately, because when you hear a name, you say, now this one, now you know, now, hey, now, so because of that, we now becloud our sense of reasoning to avoid reality. We now becloud our sense of reasoning to accept reality. Now, thank God, Professor Sadolo was part of the meeting. Hold on.
The state government was also made up of the Museums and Monuments. This was the Benin Dialogue Group. And the first meeting was 2010 in Vienna. The subsequent meeting was held in Berlin in 2011 and in Benin City in 2013. An effort was made for the British Museum in London to host the conference. In 2014, they refused. And it was again in 2018 in the Netherlands that the Benin Dialogue Group met again to discuss what to do in terms of the return of these art objects. The group met again in 2018. That is the most important thing about the question you have asked. The group met in 2018 in the Netherlands and then had a proposal, one of which was to build the Benin Royal Museum within 3 years for the purpose of keeping these artifacts safe. And all of this was agreed to by the Edo State government, by the Consortium of European Museums, by the Benin Royal Family or the Benin Royal Court, as well as the National Commission for Museums and Monuments in Nigeria. However, in 2019, after the Netherlands conference of 2018, the group met again in Benin City. And I was at that meeting, in which it was agreed that the whole idea and concept, the design, the project that concerns the Benin Royal Museum to be given an urgency. However, the following year, there was this coronavirus. And by 2020, coronavirus, 2021, a new concept emerged, which is the MOWA concept initiated by some group of persons that were not even directly related to the Benin Dialogue Group. That is the most astonishing aspect of this development. The MOWA is actually a project which has to do a Museum of West African Art. It's a brilliant idea. I have nothing against it at all. But the museum has been conceived by Legacy Restoration Trust of Nigeria in concert with the British Museum and one Ajayi Associates, in which the Royal Court of Benin was completely sidelined. The owners of the artifacts, they were completely sidelined. And what I read in the papers, and I find it very disgusting, is that the MOWA project was now inviting the Oba of Benin as a partner. And then, see, they went into partnership with the British Museum, those who have looted the heritage, so that they can re-loot it again. And it's wrong. Our thinking, our own views about all of this is that the Benin Royal Museum, which was the initial concept arising from the Netherlands Conference of 2018, should continue to be the custodians of these artifacts. The MOWA project will run on its own name and not be the custodian of this Royal Arts of Benin. It belongs to the Royal Court of Benin, the Oba of Benin. In fact, the artworks were made by the Royal Command of the Oba. So it does not belong to the MOWA. It does not belong to Ajayi Associates. It does not belong to...
Now, we'll continue. How come we now have Ajayi Associates in the process? Did they give Ajayi Associates the sum of 40 million euro to build MOWA, or they gave them the sum of 40 million euro to build the Benin Traditional Museum? The difference between all activities here is that they are using media power to manipulate our people. It is not difficult to actually identify who are the snakes under us. Nothing is different from an average Yahoo than what has happened in Edo State. But you know what? I have said this time without number. I told you all, I said in the past, I said may convert public assets to private use. We will give you more evidence. I have also told you Why they fenced Mowa facility? And you know, say that ring road where they see so artifact for everywhere for that place. See tomorrow. When they were digging and excavating, then they see monuments. Now me wrong go tell palace. If me I want me whatever palace said to me. Who said me they go tell talk? They sack the person who release that information. Now make you see say Mowa, then fence and high after the builder. Go and verify what I've just said now. I will not say a statement without facts. Where is the 40 million euro for the Benin Traditional Museum? Also, where is your land specialist hospital designed for the Traditional Museum? What 11 billion naira? Where is your 3.8 billion budgeted for the same exercise? Let me tell you, today, for those of you who are Benins, you are not doing Okpebolu. This business has nothing to do with Okpebolu. So if you destroy your house because you hate Okpebolu, it's your cup of tea. You will come back later to cry. Not today. Now, I saw a post that the palace was lying. Agwamba said it's not a betrayal. Now, Edo people, you will be the judge. What do you call a betrayer if these actions is not synonymous with betrayals? Betraying. You will be the judge. Osakwonokodi, you can call me all sorts of names. But the truth is that I am not a zombie. I not be mumu. Because I stand with you from the beginning. All waiting I stand with you for. When me are you saying that so it be. You change them. Say not be so it be. I will continue to declare. If I do one, it's a waste of my education. And I will not also blame any of those who believe say to continue to support both right and wrong because you first start with the support. I will not blame them. You are under media manipulation. But we have a responsibility to free you from that captivity. Believe me, you are under captivity. My job as Osakwonokodi is to free you from captivity. I was also part of the captivity. That was why I started by kneeling. You know, if you carry my party, carry my team, come they give me for inside. We all heard of Basekis while he was addressing the palace, telling us about the resolution reached in Netherlands. It wasn't even a Edo state government that said they want to build that Benin Traditional Museum. It was a unanimous agreement, and they gave the Edo state government target to build it within the space of 3 years. British was consulted to hold the same meeting. They refused. How come they now decided to now hold a meeting and agree with Ajayi Associate? Who is Ajayi Associate? Go and trace Ajayi Associate. You may end up noticing that Ajayi Associate is from Lagos. Go and look for Ajayi Associate. That is now a core part of the Mowa. Where we started a Mowa. Go and check in details. You may end up noticing that Ajayi Associate is from Lagos. With due respect to Aso Egudalo, I may not want to say this. I will not also say it. But I will throw a light. He is just a victim. The goal is to ensure Lagosians control, not because they want to truly protect the interest of Esan people. But Aso Egudalo ended up becoming a good person. But it's purely a Lagos cabal here. The fight for the Esan extraction was not purely for Esan. After me and my guy. After me na my guy na be. And that my guy now can't go be a man. So as it be like this, so hey, as I do my guy come. Nothing where they talk wait 1 year. My guy must go. Now be the general agenda of the ASAM people. No. With due respect to Aswe Godalo. Now, when I speak all this, you so sakunopod in a bad way, but don't worry. You so sakunopod in a so it be na a bang. How many of you gather talk something we know say na so it be? In the last minute. In the last minute, they change. Now, somebody say, I know the person, now only they comment different to the year. You see, I did lie. I agree. We will replay the voice of the former governor of Edo State. Let's now see who is lying and who actually betrayed who. Let's now see who is lying. Let's see who actually betrayed who. Edo people. Nemo Judas in Kasaswa. No man shall be a judge in some case. Audi Oteran Paten. You must hear directly from the party first before judge. I want to ask this question. After you listen to this video, who actually betrayed who?
Before I end my speech, as you know, Your Royal Majesty, I just arrived this morning. About this same time yesterday in Leiden, in the Netherlands, the Benin Dialogue Group had a meeting. And for those of you who don't know, the Benin Dialogue Group is made up of all the prominent museums in Europe, members of the Royal Court, and officials of the government of Edo State. At that meeting yesterday, we decided, and I assured the group, that a Benin Royal Museum will be built and completed before the 20th of October in 3 years' time. We also got the commitment of the group that they were going to return many of.
Now, some of them will tell you, and they have returned they are no longer talking about Atifa. Where is the 40 million euro for Benin Museum? Where is the 40 million euro? Where is the 11 billion naira worth of land? Where is the 3.8 billion Edo money in that mobile? And they are telling you today there is a charitable organization. That the boards of directors are there. You are not organizing other person. Was that the initial agreement? Was that the initial agreement? Please share this video. Share this video. Now, for those who waited Okpewolu, leave Okpewolu out of this. This is a fight within us. You may end up destroying your home because you are hating Edo State government. Agreement is an agreement. Everything belonging to the Benin, they took all of them. And as we speak now, the set of people, the British government refused to be part of the meeting when they were called upon to host it by the Benin Dialogue Group. Before Netherlands and others agreed. And immediately committed the sum of 40 million euros. At the end of the day, nothing. But when Ajayi and Sons got involved in the MOA, the same British who also refused to host this dialogue group and now agreed to be part of it. That is to say, reloot what has been looted. We are not wise. The one who's going to come and talk and say CID. Una go dey say this boy is not reliable, he's like this, he's like that. But you go dey pepper person wey know wetin dey play. But you go dey pepper am when you wey don't know anything for inside. They come and they talk. You dey base your information on what you see for television and radio and Facebook. You know why the Facebook war? If not, me will tell you now. You know why they face am. Did you know? You know, say valuable artifacts and traditional materials was found in the course of that excavation. You may be even surprised that those state government will not even be aware. When Palace send message, say that you go and confirm what I've said. Now the Benin Traditional Council is there. Go to the palace and ask this question. When Palace send that message, see, I want to arrange everything there clearly. That part is part of our value system. The person will go talk, the second, immediately the first move men go not know what they happen again inside there. Then if that is not a Yahoo, then forgive every Yahoo boys in the new state and elsewhere. Forgive all of them. They are not sinners. No worry. Truth need no supporters club to grow. You will hear the facts will always come out. You will destroy some of us, our image. You will fight us. You will say all sorts of things about us. But you know what? You don't know me before. You know me not today. I am a determined fighter. I have chosen. You know how many people don't call me for this thing? For both senior politicians for this state. Ask them and they tell you the answer why I give them. You just say I be person where they manipulate anyhow. I thank God for say when I go school, I apply for book, I learn my handwork, my academics na handwork. I also go industrial training. I sabi wetin I learn. I thank God. So none of the official come tell me say we will not stop you from eating. I will feed. But the truth must be said at all times. Wait for me. I'm returning back in the evening. I'm from Stanley Sazosa. I have an appointment and I'm going to catch up with it. I'm not fair this morning. I'm a native man. Don't worry yourself. Thank you and bye for now.
Now we don't hear from Usakwuno Odin. Let us know what you think for comment section. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for the hear all the things where they happen for Nigeria. Make I leave you with this video. Make you help us share them. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.